Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang in California with Morsels of a Thought number 1658 for you. Morsels of a Thought of Wisdom, wisdom in the hopes that you know what to do and you do them and they become acts of virtue. We're bringing more virtue into the world via morsels of a thought of wisdom. Borrowed today from Fein and Sherrie Schneider, and now with their daughters too, in Not Your Mother's Rules, the new secrets for dating here. I have been looking at the texting times. We last the other 2 days ago on TR Tuesday. Today is TR Thursday. On TR Tuesday, we talked about answering men in text messaging, and I was saying that it is excruciatingly hard. It is extremely difficult to wait 24 hours and then for my age group and then answer the man's text. You see? However, we have examples here, and we're going to look at some examples today. And then we're going to look at the chart that I promised you. This is the chart. It's a very complicated chart, but we're going to go through the examples first, okay? All right. So, morsels of a thought number 1658. We are talking about Stacy, 24, had to work a little harder to rope in a guy. She got this text at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday night from a guy she had met at a bar. Great meeting you last night. That place has really delicious appetizers. How are you doing? Any fun plans this weekend? First, she dissected it on her own. She wasn't 100% sure if he was asking her out or just chatting. With his chit-chatty questions, she was worried about it turning into a text fest with no date. She wanted to write back, "No, this weekend is really wide open. Why, what are you doing? Why, what are you doing?" Absolutely not. First of all, he did not ask her out directly or suggest a specific night, so it would be presumptuous to assume that. Because he sent his message after 7 p.m., she waited until the next morning and wrote, "Nice meeting you too. Nothing definite for the weekend yet." He wrote back 2 minutes later, "I thought maybe we could get together." Stacy waited 30 minutes and wrote back, "Sure, that sounds great." He wrote back, "What were you thinking? When is good for you?" Stacy waited 20 minutes and wrote back, "When did you have in mind?" He wrote back 5 minutes later, "Saturday night for dinner?" Stacy waited 30 minutes this time and wrote back, "Okay, great." The highlights here: never assume a guy is asking you out, and don't volunteer your schedule. Make him pin you down for a specific night. And of course, don't text him back immediately. And when you do respond, mix it up and write fewer words than he does. In addition, never double text, writing twice before he responds once, as you will come across as too eager. Okay, so all texts, especially the first one from a new guy, should be responded to with fewer words than he wrote. Okay, so we will go into the schedule now. The chart, the text back times, the infamous chart. It's not infamous, it's beautiful. This is like a work of wisdom, total wisdom, genius. I have to say, can't say enough about it. They were genius, these mavens. Okay, okay. Text back times. Not sure how soon or how long to wait to answer a guy's subsequent texts? Look no further. Here is our chart for minimum response times by age with detailed explanations. Age 18 to 22 years old. The minimum text back time is 30 minutes. Want to really catch his attention? Wait an hour. Why? If you are Because if you are 18 to 22 years old and in a committed exclusive relationship, you should text back after 30 minutes, but can text more regularly than with a guy you just met. But you still have to be somewhat mysterious and end it first. Okay, that was 18 to 22 years old. Okay, as you grow a little older, you get to the 23 to 25 years old category, and the minimum text back time there is 1 hour. If you're in between these ages, just freaking wait 45 minutes. Okay, don't talk to the, you know what I mean? Just think of it that way. Be within the margins of this. Okay, 1 hour. Want to really catch his attention when you're 23 to 25 years old? Wait 2 hours. And it's hard to do. Women 23 to 25 years old are usually busy working and living in their own apartments. They have real things going on, like business meetings and a commute and rent and bills to deal with. So it would be completely realistic to take an hour to get back to a guy, and it wouldn't be so bad to make a guy wait 2 hours. Rules, girls, do not check their texts in the middle of a meeting with a client or while driving home from work. The first is not smart, and the second is dangerous. Don't drive and text at the same time. Okay, then we go a little older to the. Let me just repeat that I am doing 1658 morsels of a thought, 1658 consecutive days I've come to you since January 2nd, 2021. My hope is to bring more wisdom and virtue into the world. And when I borrow wisdom from people who have experienced and who have learned and studied things that they know about, I borrow their wisdom and bring it to you. And we also have Larry Namer coming up sometime soon. Um, what was I saying? Blip, blip, blip. Okay, never mind. All right. So, if you're 26 to 30 years old, you have a minimum text back time of 2 hours. Want to really catch his attention? Wait 3 hours. Ooh, tragically, help, help, help. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Ay, ay, ay. Why? Well, women 26 to 30 years old are not only working and being social, but they have even more responsibilities than recent college graduates. Perhaps they have a secretary or supervise an assistant and have to do important things like check their balances online or meet their quotas. They are also hopefully going to parties and clubs and on dates, so they can't text back all day long either. Okay? Now, 31 and over. Minimum text back time is 3 hours. Want to really catch his attention? Wait 4 hours. Most women, 31 years old and older, want to get married. They have important jobs and other responsibilities and interests, such as mortgages, volunteer work, and nieces and nephews, and have no time to text back men who just want to text and not ask them out for Saturday night dates. Now, the older group should wait 24 hours. And there are some women that have been advised by the authors to wait 24 hours before each text that comes because of their original patterns of immediately texting back and then saying things that are completely in their lives that would be information that they would normally give to the guy on a date in person. You want to save all that information about your day, your time, your responsibilities, your events, anything that you would tell a guy, wait to tell him on a date. And so the waiting 24 hours between texts is important. That means you have so little time that he can't expect you to answer him right away. So his questions better be meaningful, you see? And then when he goes, oh God, I just want to ask her out. For God's sake, she's not going to chat with me. So then he'll ask her out. And if he's not asking her out, it means he's just not that interested. He's just not that interested. Okay, so we went to this. All texts, especially the first one from a new guy, should be responded to with fewer words than he wrote. For example, if he writes, hey, what's up? Want to go out sometime? You should write back, sure, that sounds like fun. Do not write back, sure, that would be great. Work is kind of crazy, but I am free this Thursday night and all weekend, and I know a really cool happy hour place. That would be too many words as well as too eager. For whatever reason, women can blow men out of the water with their verbiage. by by writing more than a guy, you become the interested party and thus the pursuer, because the more words you use, the more interested and available you seem. Less is more. Remember, in the beginning, you want to seem too busy to text immediately or to text a lot, so he has to chase you. Okay? When we help women with answering subsequent texts, we ask how she and the guy met, their ages, whether they are in fact dating or just texting a lot, how long they have been seeing each other, and what the current situation is. No matter the circumstances, a rules girl should not text back in less than 30 minutes or 3 hours, depending on her age. These are minimums. Even if a guy is texting to confirm a date, you can wait an hour to write back. Remember, you don't live to text, you have a life. Okay. Remember, these text back times are not for answering a guy's first text. That should always be a minimum of 4 hours or more. But once a text conversation gets going, you should not rigidly stick to the response time for your age group. Not only would that be taking too long, but it would also be too predictable. You have to mix it up so he doesn't know what you are doing and doesn't suspect you are employing any kind of dating strategy. If you are 20 years old, after your first response, you would then text back in 30 minutes. Then 5 minutes to answer the next text, and then maybe 10 to 20 minutes for the next. Then, when he is expecting another text in 20 minutes, throw in an hour-long wait so that you can stay unpredictable. Keep him checking his phone in anticipation. Like we have to do, like, while a guy might be, yes, Ying is using very interesting words. They're not words. While a guy might be caught off guard the first or second time you don't text back right away, if you don't text back right away, he will come to expect that and know you are busy doing other things and like to take your time. He will make up excuses as to why you didn't write back faster. He will say, you are so bad with your phone. Yeah. When a guy doesn't text or text back, women make up excuses for him. He must be really busy with work, or he's probably watching a football game, or his phone must have died. But if she doesn't text back right away herself, she feels she is being rude or cold or playing games. Don't you have a life? Aren't you busy too? How can a guy prove whether you are doing the rules or just busy? He can't. Oh boy. Oh my God. If you have BlackBerry Messenger, iMessage, or a similar program, a guy might be able to tell if you have read his text. If you don't respond within a few minutes, he could be insulted that you read his text and didn't write back quickly. If you have this feature on your phone, don't read his text until you are ready to answer it. Now, seeing that dot or seeing that bold face is interesting. You're seeing it and going, okay, I got to answer him in 4 hours. Oh, God. Okay. So, what you can do, in my opinion, is randomize it 4 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, 4 hours, you know, not on the dot, but just pick a time and put it in your alarm clock. And then try to forget about it. Focus away from the guy. Focus away from the fact that there is a text on your phone. Focus away and focus on something else that you have to do. Think of something. Sarah, a 27-year-old speech therapist in Seattle, met a hunky realtor at a bar. He spoke to her first, asked for her number, and texted her the next day and the next day and the day after that, but never asked her out. She thought she was doing the rules, but couldn't figure out where she was going wrong. So she sent us the conversations. We are looking at Not Your Mother's Rules, The New Secrets for Dating by Fein and Sherrie Schneider, and now with their daughters too. And this is a book about women dating men. I give you wisdom. I give you morsels of a thought of wisdom every single day. Today is my 1658th day of bringing these things and tidbits to you. Hopefully that you will have some idea of how to spend your day doing the right thing to do. And then once you are doing the right thing to do, you are acting with virtue, and acting more virtuously in the world changes the chi in the world. You see? You see, you see, you see? Okay. Him. Hey, great meeting you last night. How do you like Seattle? Very different from Florida, huh? Her. I like it a lot. There's a Starbucks on every corner. Yeah, because Starbucks is based in Seattle, I remember. Him. I don't go to bars a lot, just wanted to chill with some friends, but then I got lucky and met you. Her. Thanks. I'm not a big bar goer either. Him. You're very pretty. I wouldn't think you have problems meeting guys. Her. Thanks, you're sweet. So sorry, but I have to take a call for work. Him. Okay, we should get together sometime. Her. That sounds great. Next day. Him. Hey, you mentioned you like sushi. Maybe we can go for sushi sometime. Her. Sure. Him. Good to know. I've been working for a sushi buddy. You also mentioned last night that you have a sister in LA. I love LA. Have you been there recently? Her. Yes, I went to LA and Arizona last month. Him. Cool. What did you do there? Her. We hung out at the beach. Next client just got here. Gotta run. So far, do you see how these are conversations they could have over a table? Okay. Him. Okay. TTYL. Talk to you later. The day after that. Him. So, what do you like to do when you're not working? Her. Rent movies, work out, meet friends. See, these are date conversations. Him. Did you see the latest Mission Impossible? It was great. Her. Yes, I really like Tom Cruise. He's so funny. Her. I mean him. I'm burnt out here. I'm talking to some headhunters. Her. Good luck. My boss just walked in. Him. Okay, let's make plans. Her. Sounds good. Although the hunky realtor spoke to Sarah first, got her number, and texted her first, and her rulesy responses were properly timed and shorter than his, this was a case of text chatting gone wild. We told her that at this point, the only way he would ask her out was if she ignored his texts completely. She was shocked. I thought I was allowed to text a little. Isn't ignoring him rude? No, it's not rude. You're just busy and have a life. If a guy wants to ask all these questions about LA and movies, he can ask over sushi. Sarah agreed to try it. The next morning, when cute realtor texted, Hey, how's your day going? She didn't write back. When he texted later that afternoon, Meeting with headhunter, wish me luck, she ignored it. That night, he texted, What letter R, letter U, up to? And she ignored it again. The next morning, he finally texted, Hey there, stranger, maybe we can meet for sushi this weekend. She waited 2 hours and wrote back, Sure, that sounds good. 2 minutes later, he asked, How is Friday night after work? And 30 minutes after that, she wrote, perfect. And that was it. They finally had a first date and many dates after that. This is an example that the authors are giving you of what the right thing is to do when you have to avoid a text fest. This is a form of wisdom for women dating men who have interested men who are interested in men and having meeting guys at singles events, like just meeting guys. If a guy The authors say if a guy is texting but not asking you out, you have to cut him off until he gets that you are too busy to just chat endlessly. This freezing him out plan is not about playing games, but about boundaries, self esteem, and self worth. Men will eat up your time if you let them. Many women waste hours or days politely texting guys back throughout the day, yet find themselves dateless on Saturday night. Rules girls don't put up with aimless chit chat. Remember, the point of getting a guy back is to get a, excuse me, remember, the point of texting a guy back is to get a date or to be in a relationship, not to talk all day. But what if a guy stops texting and never asks you out because you didn't answer every text? Did you do anything wrong? No. He just wasn't that crazy about you to begin with. He's a time waster. Bleep, 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 bleep. Next, we know that waiting won't always be easy. In fact, it might get harder when you are in a relationship and he knows your schedule or sees that you answer your girlfriend's texts in 2 minutes. When you are with him, we suggest leaving your phone in your bag and not holding it in your hand all night so he doesn't think you are glued to it. You're gonna give yourself away if you do that. Don't show any interest in your phone or become animated or giddy and say, OMG, my BFF just posted the funniest photo when you get a text. If you want to make it seem plausible that you are too slow to reply, that you are slow to reply, then don't seem obsessed with your phone. This is an important point. There was a woman who wanted to pretend she was on the phone and she was at the, market, and then it rang. So you've got to do things that cover your behind. The authors say, we are not telling you to be disingenuous, but if you want a guy to stare at his phone, wondering when you are going to text him back, if you want a guy to dream about you and think about what you are doing when you are not with him, and if you want a guy's heart to pound while waiting for you to text him back, then don't answer him so fast. Making him wait to hear from you will make him think about you more, not less. And isn't that what you want? Okay. Oh, Kinderhook.